What's up guys, over here, and on this video, I'll be upgrading my brakes. So the rotors and the brake pads. Let's go. So the main reason why I decided to upgrade the brakes is because that the truck is no longer stock weight. With the overland setup here at the back, we have the rooftop tent, awning, canopy, overland gears inside, as well as the heavier and bigger wheel set, lip spring, spare tire, as well as the rear bumper. We have this constant load on the pickup truck. And that's why the braking distance started feeling longer than it was before or compared to before. Especially when driving on the expressway where the initial bite isn't that strong and I always find myself pressing harder on the brake pedal just to make the pickup truck stop. And honestly, that's something that you would really notice once you started driving fully loaded. Another reason is brake pad glazing. So with a heavier vehicle, repeated braking can create more heat. And once the pads glaze, when this becomes shiny and smooth, this braking material, the brake starts losing that strong initial bite and the performance fades. So that's where slotted rotors comes in. For this upgrade, I went with the DBA 4000 series T3 slotted rotors, paired with DBA Xtreme Performance brake pads. The DBA 4000 series is a high-carbon rotor designed for demanding street, towing, and four-wheel drive applications. It features DBA's signature T3 slot design, which helps keep the pad surface clean and maintain consistent braking performance. It also uses DBA's Kangaroo Paw ventilation system, which is designed to improve heat dissipation and thermal stability during repeated braking. For the pads, I chose the DBA Xtreme Performance pads. Compared to a typical OEM-style pad, these use a more aggressive friction compound designed to provide stronger bite and higher braking performance. In simple terms, they generate more braking force for the same pedal input. And now, time to install these upgrades here at TSA. And honestly, the DBA rotors look really good behind the wheels too. But looks don't matter if performance doesn't improve. So I tested both setups using repeated 80 to 0 and 60 to 0 km/h braking tests. Of course, for the DBA setup, I didn't test it while it was brand spanking new. I ran a couple thousand kilometers, did a year-end adventure or overland trip, and of course, some daily driving before and after that trip. So for the 60 to 0 km braking test, the stock rotor plus Nisshinbo pads got 26.4, 26.8, and 27 meters, averaging at 26.73 meters. While on the other hand, the DBA setup got 17.3, 20, and 19.6 meters, averaging at 18.97 meters. So the braking performance was improved by 29% by the DBA setup. So the distance reduced was 7.76 meters. Then for the 80 to 0 km braking test, the stock rotor plus Nisshinbo pads got 38.2, 39, and 38.3 meters, averaging at 38.50 meters. Then the DBA setup got 29.3, 30.2, and 30.7, averaging at 30.07 meters. So the DBA setup improved the braking distance by 21.9%. To put that into perspective, that's almost 2 vehicle lengths. And in a real emergency braking situation, that could be the difference between stopping safely or still carrying enough speed to hit something or another vehicle. And while the slots definitely play a role in keeping the pads clean and consistent, a huge part of this improvement also comes from the higher friction compound of the DBA XP pads. The combination of a stronger bite from the pads and the consistent friction surface from the slotted rotors resulted in a noticeably shorter stopping distance. But aside from the numbers, the biggest thing I noticed was confidence. The brakes felt more responsive, more aggressive, and more consistent during repeated runs. The pedal feel felt more reassuring, especially knowing how much weight this truck carries during trips. So far, here are the biggest advantages I've noticed. First is the stronger initial bite, then shorter braking distance, better consistency under repeated braking, better wet and muddy condition performance, reduced brake pad glazing, and lastly, more confidence when driving fully loaded. Another advantage or pro of this setup is that small rocks or small pebbles won't get stuck in between the caliper and the wheel of the barrel, especially if you're running 17s like what I have on my Hilux. So I've seen other setups with BBKs or big brake kits, so larger rotor, larger caliper, and when they go off-roading, rocks or small pebbles get stuck in between the caliper and the wheels. And that will grind on the wheels, damaging your wheels of course, and as well as your caliper, which will also compromise your braking system. So that's one of the biggest advantages or pro of this setup. We retain the OE diameter, that's why we still use the OE brake setup or brake caliper rather. And lastly, since we retain the stock caliper, we could easily source parts for it. So for the brake pads, you don't necessarily need to use DBA. You could also use your stock Toyota brake pads or other replacements like Brembo, Nisshinbo, Akibono, and other replacement brands. So if your brake pads wear out or gets broken down the trail or off-grid, just go to the nearest town and try to find a replacement. So you can easily swap this out with any brake pads. And aside from that one, when you get damage on your brake lines, you could just also easily source that, or you have higher chances of finding that onto the nearest town. So I have seen other big brake kits where they have a specific fittings for the brake line. So if it gets damaged, good luck. You will be sourcing your parts, like for example here in the Philippines, from Metro Manila. You cannot find them in other provinces or towns near the off-grid trail or your overlanding destination. So yeah, that's one of the advantages of having this setup. But like any other modifications or upgrades, this also comes with trade-offs. So the first one is that it generates more brake dust. So since this is a performance brake pads, which usually is softer compared to your regular ceramic brake pads, so that's why this one will generate more brake dust because it easily wears out compared to ceramic brake pads or any other steel brake pads. So that's one reason, and then another reason is that because of the slots on the rotor. So as mentioned earlier, it scrapes off a tiny layer of the brake friction material. That's why it will generate more brake dust. And in relation to the first con is that when these slots on the rotor gets filled with brake dust and other debris, as well as this gap in the middle of the brake pads, it will start generating noise, especially when you are at slow speeds or braking at slow speeds. Like for example, I'm running at 60 kilometers, then I brake. When my speed is already around 30 or 20 kilometers per hour, that's the time it will start making noises. So that's the second con of this setup. So it's noisier than your stock setup and your regular brake pads. Third con is faster wear of the brake pads. So as I've mentioned earlier, the slots on the rotor scrapes off a very thin layer of braking material off the brake pads. So that's why it will wear faster than your regular or stock setup. And lastly is the high cost or the higher replacement cost for the brake pads. So the DBA Xtreme Performance brake pads for the Hilux cost 7,500 pesos for a set. Unlike with OEM replacement, like for example this Nisshinbo or other brands like Aisin and I think Brembo, they cost somewhere around 2,500 to 4,000 pesos for a set. But another pro of this setup is that you could run brake pads like the Nisshinbo, Brembo with the slotted rotor since we still have the stock caliper. So you could interchange the parts. No need to buy a specific brake pad for the specific rotor. So it's just ideal, or it's more advisable to use DBA with the DBA rotors, unlike with the Nisshinbo or other brands with the DBA rotor. But yeah, you could do that if you are in a pinch or want to save a little. So how much did it cost me for this brake setup? So for the DBA T3 slotted rotors, it cost me 25,000 pesos for a pair. And then for the DBA Xtreme Performance brake pads, it cost me 7,500 pesos for a set. If you want alternatives, Ironman also offers a slotted rotor as well as a performance brake pads. And also Project Mu according to Joel. So you can check them out if you want other brands rather than DBA or other than DBA. At the end of the day, this isn't a flashy modification. But with a heavier overland setup, I'd honestly say that brakes are one of the best upgrades that you can make, because better brakes help you stop safer. Anyway guys, let me know what you think about the setup. And also, have you upgraded your brakes before? And if so, what setup are you currently running? Drop it in the comments below. And as always, thanks for watching. And I'll see you guys on the next adventure.